Hello YouTube, I'm here again doing another video. This time I just really want to talk about these streaks that you see here. Some people think these are supposed to be cracks, but they're not cracks. It's actually part of the artwork. It was a technique called faux marbleization, F-A-U-X, marbleization or marbleizing. I printed some off the internet. We'll take a look at it real quick. Basically what it's saying is faux marbling is the preparation and finish of a surface to imitate the appearance of polished marble. It is typically used in buildings where the cost or weight of genuine marble would be prohibitive. Faux marbling is a special case of faux painting used to create the distinctive and varied patterns of marble, the most imitated stone by far. Let me go a little further. It says here for the history, it says, faux stone painting was widely used in Pompeii, but it really took off in Europe during the Renaissance, with two schools of faux painting developing. The Italian school was loose and artistic, the French school was formal and realistic. It typically took an apprentice 10 years or more to fully master the art. The sophistication of the technique are such that visitors are frequently unable to distinguish between false and real marble in many churches, palaces, and public buildings in Europe. The techniques were perfected by the 17th century. That's all I have to say. So basically, that's what this is. Michelangelo used a faux marbleization technique to make this look as if it was marble. He has the architectural structure here in the corners of this painting, here in the corner, and over here. If you take a look at this, another section of his ceiling, he has these putties carved out. Well, they're painted, but they're supposed to look like pieces of marble. All of these columns, this is all painted. Columns here, but it's supposed to be marble. So this is basically what he did. And then the images, he actually painted them, but it looks like a relief carving. Why I have this here, we can look at the similarities in the color from this here. You see dark, light, dark, dark, light, light, light around here, darker. Kind of like the same pattern you see here. You see here dark, light, light, dark. So he has the same pattern here, which is a grayish color. Same you have here. Same exact thing here. Now, let's take a look at Carrara marble. This is pretty much what Michelangelo used, but when he did his statues, he used an all-white Carrara marble. But this marble here has streaks in it. I pulled this off the internet too, just wanted you to check it out. Here is Carrara marble. This is the streaks or veins in Carrara marble. Even if you look at this shape here, it actually looks like the shape here, going like this. Very similar. Here it is again. Very similar to this mark here. So this is basically what Michelangelo did. And then you see these longer streaks going down, and that's what you see throughout here. Here's another piece, just long streaks going through. So just wanted to point that out to you, that this is actually a faux marbleization technique. And then once Michelangelo paints this image here, it's supposed to look like a relief carving. Let me show you a picture of that I also pulled off the internet, if I could find it. Let's see what that is. Here it is. If you look here, this is actually a carving in relief. This is marble with the images carved in relief, giving it like a depth to it, or perspective. And this is basically what Michelangelo did with his painting, because this image is first, then you have this row of angels, then you have this row of angels, then you have God, giving it like perspective or depth. So it's supposed to look like it's carved, but it's actually painted. And then ultimately, once he is done doing all of this and putting his streaks and painting, he would seal the ceiling with several coats of glue varnish. And basically what that did was protect his frescoes and would actually give it the shine and the gloss of genuine marble. So that's basically what he did. And before Michelangelo did this, of course, he would have had it done an extensive cleaning of that ceiling. So he knew what his frescoes were up against. So he knew he definitely had to seal these frescoes. And he also wanted to give it the shine as if it was genuine marble. Then we're going to talk a little bit about these streaks, since I have you guys' attention. I'm going to rotate this 180 degrees. So basically, this is day 6 of creation, where God created man and animal. So we're going to take a look at this here. If you look here closely, you'll see this head right here that Michelangelo painted. It's the head of a dinosaur. We'll go over it again. Coming around here, comes around, goes down, comes all the way around here, and then the tail actually goes this way. So this would be the right hind leg, this would be the left hind leg, this would be the front leg. So this would be one dinosaur coming this way, all the way down, going out off the piece of, this is on vellum actually, by the way, it's painted on vellum. This would be the front of him. Front leg, this is the left hind leg, and this would be the right hind leg. One large dinosaur. That's the head again right there. Now, using this same configuration that he has here, he painted another dinosaur. So now we're going to go up there. We're going to follow this line all the way up. It comes up to here. You see the ear goes around for the head. There's another ear. Comes around, nose here. You have an eye here, an eye here. This would be the mouth here. Then it comes down, and then he uses the same tail comes out, same configuration, leg here, the other hind leg, and the front leg. But this dinosaur is facing, he has his head turned back around almost 180 degrees, as if he's walking this way, but he just stopped and he's looking back as if he heard a noise or something like that. So that's a second dinosaur. Now we're going to show you a third dinosaur. I'm going to spin this 180 degrees. We're going to look at this foot of what Michelangelo painted on Adam. If you notice here, he don't have the toes here. I thought it was a mistake, but he did that intentionally. I'm going to show you why he did that. I'm going to spin it back around again, 180 degrees. Now that foot turns into an eye. It's an eye of a dinosaur right here. This here being the pupil, and this is the white of the eye, but that's like a reddish color. The head would be hidden back here. It actually comes down this way, all the way down, almost like a Godzilla type of one. Let me lift it up a little bit so you see the whole thing. So that's basically what you have. And then this would be the side of his body here. He will come around. This would be his arm and hand right in here. Comes back around behind him. Then this actually his left leg moving forward as if he's walking forward. So again, this is the side of him coming all the way around here. The eye being here, it's coming around here. The hand, the arm and hand is in this area, comes back down. The left foot moving forward. The right foot and leg is here. He's walking this way, and the tail would actually be coming out, tapers away, and comes out this way. So it was like a Godzilla type. Now since we're in this position, here is an animated one here. He has the ear here, head, ear. The nose is coming like this. The mouth, eye. The hand comes around and arm. The arm and hand is here, comes back around, comes down. This is the back, a little bumpy here. It comes out this way. So again, that's an animated dinosaur. Kind of like the cartoons you see today of dinosaurs. Here's a smaller one with the eye being here. He has the ripple here. He has the mouth here. It comes around this way, and his tail would be here. So this is actually two dinosaurs. You have this one here, and then you have this one here. So now we're going to turn it. Well, before we do, last video I showed you this one here with the tail coming out. This is the body. Actually, the nose coming this way. The eye would be here. The leg is coming down. So this one comes across. That's a dinosaur. Then this other dinosaur is coming around with his mouth around Adam's neck. And he has horn on his head. Eye here, horn on his head. So he used the same tail and body. So it's actually two here. This one here around Adam's neck. Then you have this one coming across like this with the eye being here. Now we're going to spin this 90 degrees. We're going to look in this area here. He has another dinosaur right here. If you look here, this here is another one with the mouth being here, eye here. It's actually two here, but you're probably not going to be able to see that home, so I'm going to try to point it out to you. On the side of him is like a green one here, right on the side with his mouth open. But you may not be able to see that, but definitely here you see, here's the black one here with the mouth open. Then you just see a reindeer here just actually looking. So that's two deer, that's two dinosaurs right there. That's basically what that is. Now since we're in this position, I'm going to look at this one here. You're going to follow this line here. And then this will be the back of the head of this dinosaur. Comes all the way down. All the way down. Then it comes around here. The eye being here. One over here. And then it comes down this way. So that would be another one. But actually hiding behind the body of Adam. That's basically what you have there. Now, we're going to look at this technique here. It's like a mannerism technique. If you notice here, this lady, which is supposed to be Eve, but yeah, portrait of Eve right here. But anyway, that's not important. I just want to show you how this artist made up Eve with all of these different figures. You see that? All different people make up that figure. That's Eve. This is Adam. Portrait of Adam. This is the artist's name here, if you could read that. So basically, he's made up also of these figures. So I just want to show you that because I'm about to show you that Michelangelo was using this technique also. If you look here, you'll see, I'm going to spin this around. Let's see here. The way Michelangelo has this configuration, he has here this part of the head coming this way all the way around. This part of the head is coming this way all the way around. This would be the eye. This would be the nose. This would be the mouth. It's like a big cartoon type of dinosaur with the body going off here, the leg coming down here. You have this here coming around, and this dark streak here would separate the two legs. So basically that's what you have. You have a dinosaur made out of all of those configurated people, or angels if you will. Perfectly symmetrical. It looks as if it's smiling here. That's what you have. And like I said, the body is actually going out this way. It would actually be continuing this way. So you just see the two front legs here. This would be the two front legs split, and the rest of the body would be off to the side. So that's what that is. It's a large animated dinosaur. Now if we turn it this way, you see a triceratops using the same body, front leg. This would be the left hind leg. This would be the right hind leg. The tail would go off and taper way out this way off of the artwork. Now we come here. You see the head right here coming around. You see this part with all the spikes on his head. This would be the eye. So this is actually a triceratops using that mannerism techniques. That's why he has these angels configured the way he does. So that's what it is. This is a dinosaur. I'm going to point it out again. Body comes here, comes down, the tail goes here. This here will be the right hind leg. This will be the left hind leg, and then this will be the front hind leg. Then the head comes around, all the way around here, like this, and then you have the spikes that he has, that Triceratops has, with this being the eye. So that's basically what we have here, is a large Triceratops. Some of you may agree, some of you may not agree, but this is what I see. Showing you a little bit about this. I'm going to spin it around 180 degrees. I'm going to show you some close-ups of this. You can see the chalk outline that he has here. This is actually applied to the paper, to the vellum. It's not absorbed in like a paint. It's actually applied, because chalk or charcoal does not absorb into the material as if it was a tempera. Tempera would absorb in. This here is just applied to the top. But then this painting here has glue varnish over the top. That's why this will not rub off, because it's actually protected by that glue varnish. Again, trying to show you some detail. Perfect. This matches the ceiling 100%. Face of Adam. Another thing why I want to point out while I'm here is that this here is actually the skull, a fossilized skull of a dinosaur. Right here. Coming down. Got this here. This is the teeth that kind of mesh together. The eye socket would be here where Michelangelo's self-portrait is. Then you have this little void here. Let me see if I can get a little better. There's Michelangelo's portrait right here in the eye. Then you come down. It's the two halves. It has this little void. Comes around. So this is actually a skull of a dinosaur. I actually have my son's book here. I'm going to actually show you what's in here. Hold on one second. This is basically what we're looking at, something like this, with Michelangelo's portrait in that eye socket I'm telling you about. This is that void, and then this is where the teeth mesh together. Here's some other examples. The eye socket has the little void. Then the teeth mesh together. You notice this little recess here. Michelangelo also has that there. Let's see where it's at here. Right here. He has the same recess. He has this cut out here. He has the eye here, and the teeth just mesh together. So that's what that image is supposed to be. Now we're going to talk a little bit about how difficult it would be to reproduce this. Let's see what we have here. I printed off some images from the internet. Here is an engraving by a master engraver. What's his name? Domenico Coniego, 1772, engraving after Michelangelo. This guy's considered an old master. If you see his images or his people, they don't look like Michelangelo. They, of course, look different. Because why? Because this is not Michelangelo. This is this other artist. But this is his rendition. This is in the museum. So he couldn't duplicate Michelangelo 100%. Here's God here. Here is his God. Plus all these other images look different. Now, we're going to take a look at this other artist, who is Peter Paul Rubens. He is an old master. This is one of his renditions of Creation of Adam, and as you can see, his images look different. And he is an old master, so he couldn't reproduce this 100%. And this is actually a chalk drawing. Peter Paul Rubens, God creating Adam after Michelangelo. This is circa 1600. Red chalk and warps, wash heightened with gouache and buff oil overpaint. That's his rendition of Creation of Adam, and you see he's nowhere near what this is. Now, we have this study here. Just want to look at this here. This is the study of Adam. It says before 1608. Just want to point out some things to you. If you look at the chest area, the chest almost looks deformed in here. Look at this here. Now if you look at here, it's nice and smooth. I mean, it just looks right in here. This here doesn't look right at all. What else we see here? You see the genital area here is actually different than what he has. He has this little line going across his thigh, but the penis area is here. You notice here we have the same line, but it's in a stylus tool, which is here. He didn't use chalk on this. He used what they call blind stylus. He just indented the paper, and then he did his painting, and then eventually that indentation, after all the years, comes up flat. So his penis area is different. And if you look here, he actually comes around here, and he loses the ankle. Look how thin the ankle is. He couldn't maintain the ankle here. Look at his ankle here. It's proportioned with the calf. Look at here. It's nice and beefy and strong looking. Here, he was struggling with that here. He couldn't do it. And if you also notice, this thigh looks flat, and you don't see the toes coming out on this side. And look how flat that is. Look at this here. Nice, perfect. The foot is seen. Nice, thick ankle. I mean, it's perfect. So basically, a painting is like an artist's signature. It's hard to duplicate somebody's signature, and it's 10 times harder to duplicate someone's painting. This painting is 100% exact, and the ceiling is actually better than the ceiling because it hasn't been touched, it hasn't been stripped down. The AB57 chemical that they used on the Sistine Chapel ceiling actually brightened the colors. The restorers changed, like this is gray, they changed it to blue. Michelangelo intended for this to be like a gloomy scene, kind of like where God's presence. You see this lightning coming out of the sky and the ground and everything else. It's a beautiful effect. And like I said, this is painted on a vellum. I think this is basically it. Here's something here too. Well, I can have it in this view here. If you look at this, look at this character here. He kind of created with the eye being here. Let me come up a little closer. Eye being here. This is the head. This here would be like the nose, mouth. He actually has this, like, you see these lines here as if he's like a superhero getting ready to take off. And back here, it looks like the hind leg of a calf or a dog or something like that with the same marks as if he's taking off like a superhero. And this is all connected to him. And God seems to be floating along with them. God is not carrying all of these angels. These angels are all on this piece back here that looks like it's attached to this figure here. That's why he has this guy here in this weird position. Look at the position he has this angel in or whatever. Real strange position, but that's why, because he used him to create this superhero type of an animated creature, what looks like it's carrying all of these angels or people except for God. God is floating along with them. So he's like he's taking off. Look at this. That's what it looks like to me. It's a full shot of it right there. So this guy is taken off with all of these angels. So that's basically what I have. I just wanted to share that with everyone. One other thing before I go is we look at God here, but we know this is God because the internet tells us it's God. That's the only reason why we know it's God. But Michelangelo was clever enough to put the word God in these angels' eyes. If you look here, let me see if I can focus it in for you. If you look here, you'll see the G in his eye, you see the O over here, and you see the D here. He's writing God in these eyes of these angels here. That's right behind God. Let me point it out again. You have the G here, you have the O in this eye, and then this other one you have the D for God. So Michelangelo is telling you that that's God. So I don't have to refer to the internet. It's actually confirmed. And since I'm here, one other thing. If you notice this knot on God's head, I don't know what this is. I know what this is here. That's in one of my other videos. I explain what that is. But this knot here, I really don't know what it is. But we're looking at this on a side view. If you take a look at the Mona Lisa, she has the same exact lump on her head in the same area, right above the eye. She has the same exact lump. Don't know what that means. Don't know why she would have, because she's supposed to be painted by Leonardo da Vinci. But I've been doing some reading with some people say that Michelangelo actually painted the Mona Lisa. And I don't know, but it's just coincidental that he has this weird looking lump on the side of his head, and Mona Lisa has the same exact lump on her head, but she's facing forward, he's facing the side. So that's all I have until next time. I hope you guys continue to watch, because I will be having some multispectral images done of this, and I will be posting them on YouTube also. So if you really want to, if you really want to follow this, you should subscribe, so that way as I put these videos on and these images of the infrared and all this other stuff, you'll be able to see it right away. Thank you.